Okay, let's continue from the previous lecture. Basically, these are the two different type of medias. Okay, the first one is called wire. Wire has different subcategory again. The first one is called twisted pair. You see this one on the left hand? This is called twisted pair cable because it consists of 4 pair of wire that are twisted around each other, right? Why the cables are twisted? Because in order to reduce electromagnetic interference. Okay, basically all the wire are bound together in a layer of plastic. Okay, that you refer them as a network cable. This is what is this twisted pair. And then we have the next one is called coax cable. Coax cable is a single copper wire surrounded by insulation and wire mesh shield, all inside a plastic sheet, right? This cable, coax cable, is used mostly in cable TV. If you have a cable TV, you probably use this type coax cable. And then we have another one, fiber optic cable. Fiber optic cable is a thin strand of glass that transmit pulse beams of light rather than using electric current. So this is the most expensive one and it's the fastest one. Then we have a wireless. Remember I mentioned to you in the previous video, wireless transmit data through the air using radio wave signal. Alright, we talk about this packets. What is packets? When the data move through the network, they broken down into small pieces, okay, in small units. By sending device and reassemble at the receiving device. This is called packets. Okay, so packets when the data is moved through the network, which are pieces of message broken down into small units. So when we send, let's say that someone sent email from sender A to sender B. Basically, all the one page or double page email is broken down into smaller pieces or chunk. This is called packets. All right. What is protocol? Protocol is a set of communication rules that ensure the packets are sent, received, and interpreted properly, that the data integrity or accuracy is guaranteed. Think of protocol like this. When we want to browse on the internet, we use TCP/IP as a protocol. Okay. For example, when you want to join to my class, the protocol is you have to register through the admission office, pay the tuition, and then at my end, I have a roster of your name. So that is a protocol. Packets has two different parts. Remember, a headers and a payload. The payload is the actual data that is being transmitted, and the header contains information that needed by the network, such as the source and destination address. It's like when you send a package. When people send a package through UPS, you need to have the destination mailing and also the sender address, right? Otherwise, the packets will not be sent by the USPS or postal services. All right. Network topology. All right. This one, let me show you using this one. Okay. What is network topology? You have bus topology, star topology, ring topology, mesh topology, and a line topology. The most common one is a combination of star and line. Okay. When we have a hub, right, in your house or in my house, most likely we use star topology because we have a hub here or switch, and then we connect to different computers, right? If we have another branch, we use line, connect here to the Star County campus or West Local campus. And then on the West Local campus, we have another star. So these are network topology. Network topology, basically a logical layout of the cable and devices that connects the nodes of the network. Remember this. because when I finish my lecture, student will answer these questions, right? I have a questions on the blackboard. Okay, let me see. I have a question on the blackboard, so make sure student know how to answer this. Define it and give examples. I'm more into a visual learner. That means I usually need to see a picture in order to learn. So it's always a good idea that you go to the internet and download an examples. Alright? Alright, move on to the next one. Network hardware. Okay, there are different type of network hardware or devices. The first one is called switch, right? What is a switch? Switch is similar to hub, but is aware of the exact address and identify all nodes that attach to it. Let me give you an example here. This is called a network switch, right? When you want to connect to a network, we need to have this switch, okay? All the computer devices connect to these nodes. And then we need to have another device, it's called router, right? This router, allow you to go outside your network. So remember, we need to have a hub and a router. But nowadays, for small company or for small business, we have called wireless router. That means this device have a switch. These devices have switches and router at the same time. So you don't have to buy two parts. You see these devices, right? At the back, they have all these ports, which function as a switch, but they also have an internet, right? This internet, this two WAN port, this allow us to connect to the internet. All right? So you have a switch and a router. Switch usually used for connecting to the network, but if you want to go outside or to the internet, you need to have a router. Okay. How about wireless access point? What is wireless access point? Wireless access point is a device that allows user to connect to a network wirelessly, right? The data is transmitted through the air using radio wave signal. NIC card is a small circuit board that allows you to connect to the network. Let me show it to you. This is called a NIC card. NIC card, right? If you don't have a NIC card, then you need to have a wireless, right? Wireless NIC, right? This is NIC card and this is for wireless, right? This is wireless. Notice that you have this, what you call this? Like a stick, right? An antenna, we call this antenna. Alright, so this is called network devices, alright? Let's move on to the next one. Ethernet, okay, this is the standard that must exist for the network hardware to ensure device can properly connect each other's, right? Let me show you the different type of Ethernets, okay? I think here is a little bit better. Different types of Ethernet. Let me see here. We have different type of Ethernet, right? You have 100 base, 1000 base, right? And 10 base. I don't think we use this. This is used mostly for coax cable, right? 100 base is the most common one, or 1000 base, right? If you notice that we have another different type again, you have TX, T4, FX, right? The difference is these devices can serve as maximum segment length, right? For example, 100 base is mostly for 100 meters, right? The most. 1000, you can go up from 550 meters to 5000 meters, right? And then we have another one, 10 gigabase, right? You have up to what? 10,000 meters, up to 10,000 meters, right? So these are the different type of internet. But the most common one is 10 base, 100 base, and 1000 base, and 10 gigabase. Each of these base has different category. If you notice that, if you use, this is what we use here, 100 base, right? It's usually UTP and UTP, actually. It say here is fiber and STP. Yeah, shielded twisted pair. You notice that shielded twisted pair. Okay, let me see. Where are we right now? Alright, so we have this, right? Let me see how many minutes I have. Alright, Ethernet. The different type of information system. Well, what is information system? Information system basically a complex system for acquiring, storing, organizing, and sharing data and information. You have office automation system. It's like Word, Excel, PowerPoint. All of this is called office automation system, right? Transaction processing system that handle the processing and tracking transaction. For example, like cash register or ATM. MIS is a software tool that enable manager to gather, organize, and evaluate information. Usually information is used by the manager to make the decision. For example, let's say that you work for Abercrombie Fitch, right? Sometimes the manager want to know, hey, what are the most common items sold for this week or for this month? Well, maybe you can say that T-shirt or long sleeve shirt or short pants. Okay, how does the manager know some of this, the most items sold? Well, the system will create a report for them. All right, it's called MIS. So you have office automation system, transaction processing system, management information system, decision support system, and expert system. Expert system is like artificial intelligence, right? Like robotics, right? They have this. This is also called expert system. DSS, decision support system. If students have done Excel in Microsoft Office, we can do sensitivity analysis, right? If we change one item, what's going to be the outcome, right? So decision support system is a special application that collect and report certain data type that helps manager to make decision. We can use Access to do some analysis. If we change this variable, what's going to be the output, right? If we change these two variables, what are the output? Let me see. I think this pretty much the main idea of chapter 5 networking part A. The next one belongs to another item. I'm gonna cover that later on. Okay, it's called redundant and fault tolerant. But in the meantime, I think student can study up to there. Let me see if I can go up to here. No, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this one first. Just stop up to information system. All right. So please review that. I have some questions on the blackboard. Please complete that. Before we finish this presentation, I just want to ask you, please work your assignment, right? Please complete your assignment on regular basis, okay? Complete assignment on regular basis. You may need to spend about 5 to 7 hours per week, 5 to 7 hours a week per week, depending on your background. Okay, so in order for you to complete in a timely manner, in order to complete assignment in a timely manner, remember we are 3 weeks away from the final exam or end of the semester. Make sure you email me if you have any questions. right? If you ask me toward the end, then I may not be able to help because we have a lot of information and assignments. So come to me early, right? Don't wait until the last minute. Very important, early, right? All right then. Thank you for watching. I hope that this video tutorial is informative to you. Thank you.